let's take a look at our tail of the tape for this huge middleweight title matchup between incumbent champion Curtis Millender and tough as nails Rolling Thunder Sidiah Parker.
Both these guys 35 years of age, but what stands out on the tail of the tape is the reach that Curtis Millender's going to have. That advantage could translate to a very long night for Sidiah Parker.
And now, UNF fans, please welcome the youngest ring announcer in the world, Killer Cam!
And now live from the Burbank Marriott, this is Up Next Fighting. For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, it's fight time! And now for the moment that you have all been waiting for, the main event of the evening. First, find out of the blue corner, standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, with a record of 20 wins and 8 losses, representing Team Wildman from Blanding, Utah. Give it up for Rolling Thunder, Sidiah Parker. And his opponent, find out of the red corner, standing 6 foot 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, with a record of 20 wins and 9 losses, representing CSW Training Center from San Bernardino, California. Give it up for Curtis Millender. Let's get it.
Stage is set as only Killer Cam can do. Impressive stuff by the youngster. And we've got a big fight coming your way. Middleweight title on the line. Reigning, defending champion Curtis Millender puts it on the line against Sidiah Rolling Thunder Parker. Boy, the anticipation for this one palpable. And I'll tell you, when we talked to the champ, we said, hey, your opponent's rugged. He's been referred to as tough as nails. He says, yeah, that just makes it worse on him. When you're tough, it just means you're getting beat up longer.
Yeah, and Curtis Millender said that he wants to make a statement tonight. He wants his opponent to know he's in trouble from the opening bell to the end of the fight. He wants Sidiah Parker to feel his pain and to feel his anguish. He wants to take this guy out as quickly as possible.
Remains to be seen, and you talked about that range. The champion can fight from long distance. Notable reach advantage. The 2 touch gloves early, and you know what, if you're Parker, do you do in there with the incredible big fight experience of Millender?
Well, you got to get past that jab first and foremost. You got to try to create a little bit of head movement, use some footwork to get inside the range of Curtis Millender. If he's ever shown any kind of weakness, it has been when he's on his back, on his feet. He's almost unbeatable.
Big starching jab there by the champ. These two have a common opponent in Moses Motown Marietta. Millender got the victory, and the challenger was on the other side of it.
See Sidiah Parker trying to work the body of Millender, but he's having a hard time getting past that reach.
He is, and we talked about it. If Sidiah Parker, Rolling Thunder, can somehow get this thing to the mat, he's got submission ability, but man, oh man, question mark action there by Millender.
Yeah, that was a beautiful head kick. Timed perfectly, set it up off the jab.
You gotta get some kind of output, yes. 6-9.
Corner of the challenger, saying let's get some output, get active in there. And right now, very patient is the champ.
Yeah, Curtis Millender just picking Sidiah Parker apart. Rolling Thunder's going to have to get active here if he wants to walk away with this first round. Just a little under 3 minutes left in the round, and Millender is having his way with his opponent so far.
5-inch reach advantage for Curtis Millender. He's utilized it, uses it with the jab there. Trying to find his way in is the challenger, Sidiah Parker. This one's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Another nice jab from Millender as he misses with the leg kick.
2 current champions with a whole lot of big fight experience, one being Millender. You also got Cisco Rivera, bantamweight champion, a lot of UFC experience in his own right. Just goes to show you the type of talent that comes through the door here at Up Next Fighting.
Yeah, we are on the rise, baby, so keep your eyes peeled. Up Next Fighting, we got another event coming up. We are taking over. We're not here to take part.
Step outside perimeter.
Millender measuring
Step out attack.
Sidiah Parker here.
It's there all day.
At range and you know, title on the line. Champ's not going to rush in here, not going to make any early foolish mistakes.
Millender's got to keep his hands up because Parker's starting to land that jab.
Hands up. Hands up.
Minute and a half to go now in the first round. Measured pace by both.
Oh, he got clipped right there, Todd.
But not jumping him there is the champion. Allowing Sidiah to get back up. Millender wants to do a little more work here.
Millender's starting to make a mess with his hands. Dropping Sidiah Parker there. The Utah native is going to have to start getting active here if he wants to win this round.
No doubt about it. Inside a minute to go now in a round where the reigning defending champion was able to drop the challenger. Didn't elect to jump him. Your thoughts on that?
You know, Curtis is doing what he can on his feet. He's dictating the pace. Why change? Why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as my dad would say.
And again, Parker does have victories on the ground. 4 submission wins. Don't get goaded into that element if you're the champ.
One thing that I can tell just by looking at these two guys is Curtis still looks relatively dry. Hasn't broken a sweat yet, as opposed to Sidiah Parker, who's perspiring pretty heavily here in this first round.
Secure.
Final seconds of the first round start to tick away. Inside 10 seconds to go now. And a very composed champion.
First round is in the books. We'll be back with our second round right after this.
UNF fighters are the future of the fight game. Check out UpNextFighting.com for tickets and live streams of upcoming events, view fighter profiles, and connect with us on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Up Next Fighting, the future of the fight game.
Welcome back, everyone.
Stage is set for our second of 3 scheduled rounds. UNF Middleweight title on the line. Defending champion, Curtis Millender out of the red corner, taking on Rolling Thunder, Sidiah Parker there in the black. We'll see if Parker can make some adjustments and get something going offensively here. The reach was a puzzle that he couldn't solve in round 1.
Yeah, you know, you can't, like I said before, you can't teach reach, and Curtis Millender knows how to fight long, and that's what you're seeing right now. You see the eyes of Curtis Millender as he looks for an opening. Staying right in the face of the challenger.
Champ again can use that range. Caught him with a jab yet again, did Millender. Just trying to control the cage and dictate the pace of this one, partner.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's doing. Sidiah Parker's going to have to get off the schneid here and start landing some shots. He's not throwing enough volume. He's not creating any kind of puzzle for Curtis Millender to have to solve. He's staying right in his face, and Curtis is finding him with that jab.
Millender steadfast in the center of the cage here.
Oh, a nice left hand there from Sidiah Parker.
Well, if the champ's going to be a bit resistant to throw here and stand there, eventually Sidiah Parker's going to get a little more comfortable, as he is now. A little more output here early in the second round for the challenger.
Yeah, and Curtis is allowing his opponent to get inside. He's not fighting as well as he was behind that jab. There he starts to use it. But you see now he's at range, but then he breaks down and gets real close to the challenger. A stark contrast to what he did in the first round.
Yep, but you got to wonder if the champ is trying to lure him into a false sense of security where the champ can counter-strike when the challenger blitzes in. Time will tell. Corner of Parker happy with what they're seeing right now. Certainly more action out of the challenger here in round 2.
Some more crisp jabs from Curtis Millender.
Jab, jab, hook, kick. Jab, jab, hook, kick.
Coming up on 2.5 minutes here in the second of 3 rounds.
Millender landed a short left hand on the inside there. Sidiah Parker seems to be no worse for the wear.
Boy, throwing that big kick again. Was able to connect in the first round. Looking for that knee. A array of strikes here by the champ.
Parker's corner imploring him to go. Move forward and start throwing with volume. He's had a lot more success in this round than he did in the first round, Todd.
He has, but it's just got to be an uneasy feeling when you got Curtis bearing down on you. Knowing what he is capable of.
Shovel. Lift.
Coming up on 1.5 minutes now in the second round. And as the champ was looking for that knee, Parker was able to connect with the right hand up the middle.
Millender very patient here. Not over pursuing, not being overly aggressive, picking his shots. A little bit of a mouse underneath the left eye of Sidiah Parker.
Challenger answering that front leg kick in his own right. Throwing with the left.
Oh, nice right hand from Curtis Millender.
Yeah, the champ, with the timing, he's allowed a little more action by the challenger here, but you know that champ knows where he is. He knows the time on the clock. We'll see if champion starts to uncork here and try and take this round. So we're coming up on 30 seconds to go in round 2. Certainly a more effective round for the challenger.
Oh, another crisp jab from Millender.
Parker showing he's got a chin. After getting dropped in round 1, under 10 seconds to go now here in round 2, a more measured pace by champion Curtis Millender in round 2. And the second round comes to a close. One more round to determine this clash for the middleweight title of Up Next Fighting.
UNF fighters are the future of the fight game. Check out upnextfighting.com for tickets and live streams of upcoming events, view fighter profiles, and connect with us on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Up Next Fighting, the future of the fight game.
All right, Jonathan, your thoughts on what we saw? A little more reserved champion there in round 2. Did it cost him?
I don't think so. You see the marking on the face of Sidiah Parker, obviously a result of those trip hammer jabs that Millender's throwing. It was definitely a better round for Parker, but I don't know if he won it on the scorecards. On my card, I have Millender up 2-0.
Millender caught him there. There you see that jab. Has been very effective with that throughout the fight.
And you know, you heard the wild man Thomas Denny as he sat his fighter down. He said, "You're not listening to a word I'm saying," imploring his fighter to listen from the corner. Parker having a hard time taking coach's words and putting them to task inside the cage.
We've got 5 minutes to go here. Middleweight title on the line. Again, the champion dropped Sidiah Parker in the first round. Did not go for the kill. A more active second round by the challenger. We'll see what the third round has in store. Third and final round. Middleweight title on the line. Up next, fighting.
Ooh, nice
big
right hand from Sidiah Parker.
I just think, you know, the challenger getting more and more comfortable.
Millender looking for a knee tap there. Parker able to pull his leg back.
Big outside leg kick by the champ. Again, closing the gap.
Starting to chirp at each other there.
Yep.
Nice knee to the body.
But everything we've seen of Sidiah Parker is he's tough, he's rugged, he can hang in there, he can take punishment. Putting that to the test. And as if to say, let's go, champ.
He's going to have to start throwing punches and bunches and break down that range if he wants to get inside of Curtis Millender's jab.
Spinning back kick there by the champion. Backed up the challenger to the cage.
Nice left hand check hook there from Curtis Millender.
Champion has been picking his shots, and more times than not, effectively so. Again, just has the ability to starch the challenger with that jab.
Jab, jab, hook, kick. Here he is.
Another nice left hand from Curtis Millender.
Been busy with the leg kicks as well, trying to answer back in kind, but not kindly, is the challenger.
Secure, Sidiah.
Millender's still trying to solve the puzzle that is Rolling Thunder Sidiah Parker, but he's finding a home for that jab here in the third round.
Sure is, and Millender very elusive, hard to hit as well here in the third round.
Nasty leg kick starting to show some marks on the lead leg of Rolling Thunder Sidiah Parker.
Yeah, the champ's been putting deposits in the pain bank throughout. Oh, man, you could just hear that thudding jab by the champion.
And you know, one of the things Millender does so well is he rolls with punches. As his opponent's hitting him, he shoulder rolls, and that takes a lot of the starch away from the shots. It may look like it's damaging, but he's rope-a-doping, so it's not, you know, landing with the effectiveness. It's at the end of the punch.
And Millender, Jonathan, is coming off of a couple of professional boxing bouts, and this has been entirely a stand-up affair.
Yeah, you know, outside of a few leg kicks that he's thrown. Oh! He found a home for that one.
There's a bit of a wake-up call.
Now fighting out of a karate stance here. Millender trying to create a little bit of an opening here with his footwork.
Millender with his body language, whole lot of confidence here.
Sidiah, let's do something.
In the third and final round of this one.
Sidiah, do not regret this. Start working now. You got a minute and a half.
Corner of Sidiah saying, don't regret this. Don't leave anything inside the cage. Time to empty that clip. Let's see what you got. Boy, that leg kick again. Nasty stuff. That buckled the knee there, Jonathan.
It certainly did. And you see the volume of Sidiah Parker starting to slow here in the third round. He's got a heavy sweat going.
Another big shot there. Big right hand by Curtis Millender.
Oh, that was a nice switch knee.
He's looked for it a few times in this fight. Just brimming with confidence right now is the champ.
Firing that jab from his hip. Opened up a little bit of a cut there. Or is that a mouse?
The corner of the challenger, Sidiah Parker, saying, let's go. Under a minute, you got to go. It's now or never.
40 seconds left here inside the Up Next fighting cage to see who is going to walk away with the middleweight title. Will it be and new or and still?
Deep in the fight now. A little flurry by Parker, but is it in earnest? Champ has been in control
nice right
throughout. And you can see the shots throughout the fight have been effective. Oh man, spinning back kick again, and you can see the blood streaming. Oh, big right hand by the champion. He's turning up the heat here late, and this one comes to a close.
We'll be back with the official decision right after this.
UNF fighters are the future of the fight game. Check out upnextfighting.com for tickets and live streams of upcoming events, view fighter profiles, and connect with us on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Up Next Fighting, the future of the fight game.
Welcome back to Up Next Fighting. Let's take a look back at the action.
Millender said of this final foray that he wants to be a sniper. He was in this one. He picked his shots. As we take a look back at the action.
Nice knee to the midsection there for Millender, and it's all about that jab. You see him exposing, spinning heel kick right to the face. Switch knee to the body. See the big smile on the Courteous one as he lands a nice 1-2 and exits before eating one of his own.
And it came to fruition. You know, Millender said, hey, he's tough. That just means he's going to get beat up longer. And that was the case as this one went the distance.
Yeah.
UNF fans, the judges have scored this bout. Judge Felicia O scored it 30-27. Rafael Davis, 30-27. And Jacqueline Denkin, 29-28. For your winner, by unanimous decision, and still the UNF Middleweight Champion, Curtis Millender!
Millender doing exactly what he said he would do, that he would make it look easy, that he would be a sniper, that he would do it his way. Your thoughts on the 3 rounds that we saw out of the champion?
Game plan. He effectively implemented his game plan. He worked behind that jab. He maintained the range, and he took his opponent out of the fight.
Let's go to the Schmo to get a word with the champ.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with your winner and still your UNF Middleweight Champion, Curtis Millender. Curtis, you're able to establish the jab, use your range, use your kicks. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
You just said it, and still the baddest motherfucker in the building. Actually, wait, I lied. My pops is here. I'm number 2. My pops is here. I'm number 2 right now.
Way to put yourself in line. Now we know you're not here for a long time. You're here for a good time. What do you feel like you have to establish left inside this cage?
You know, I want tough fights, man. I heard through a little birdie that the Beverly Hills Ninja is now a free agent. He's local. I think me and him will put on a hell of a fight here. So December, January, same story, and still, but I want that fight.
That's one hell of a call out. The Beverly Hills Ninja against Curtis. Who wouldn't want to watch that?
Exactly.
And can we get a final message for all of your fans and all the Up Next fans out there worldwide?
Hey, stay tuned. These shows are getting bigger and better, especially if I'm on it. You know what we're going to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your champion, Curtis Millender. But before we go, I do want to get a word from the challenger, Sidiah Parker. Sidiah, you have something you want to say. What is it, my man?
Hey, congratulations to Curtis Millender. He's a great champion. I just want to say I want to dedicate this fight to my brother, Oliver Parker, the Omaha kid. That's why I'm wearing his shirt. He passed away on July 4th by suicide. I didn't know what he was going through, so I just want to send a message out there to everybody that's struggling with mental health or you know somebody who's struggling with, please reach out. I should have reached out to my brother, and I love my brother. I miss my brother very much, and to anybody who's going through that struggle, please reach out, treat each other with respect and kindness, and that's all I can say. Again, UNF, thank you for having me. Curtis Millender's a great champion. He did well. He represented you guys well in California. Burbank, thank you for having me. Thanks.
You put up one hell of a fight. We appreciate you inside the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sidiah Parker.
We'll see you when once again it's time to fight on.